Hey everyone, and hey, you right-wingers. Those of you who are scared to death, well, at least hopefully some of you are watching this video. But yeah, if they're not, hey, you've probably got friends who fit in this category. Those who constantly espouse this rhetoric that, oh, if you vote for the PBC, you're splitting the vote and you're handing the federal liberals another term, another majority. Well, no, not necessarily, because yeah, even though you might think that the right wing is in disarray and fighting amongst each other, well, make no mistake about it, the left is not in any better position. Matter of fact, in Canada, you only got two parties that actually represent the right wing, and actually none of them, to be honest with you, except the People's Party of Canada. But I'll even say the People's Party of Canada isn't necessarily for the right wing, because the ideas of individual freedom, personal responsibility, fairness, and respect, yeah, that should appeal to people from both sides of the political aisle and every area of that spectrum. But hey, for those progressives, those who are vying for authoritarian collectivism as their ultimate means to the end, in Canada, yeah, they got lots of competition. You got the liberals, well, actually even the conservatives, right? And, or to a certain degree, and then you got the NDP and you got the Green Party. So there's a lot of space on the left that you got at least three, and part of the fourth are vying for that space. Headline of the National Post, still a bit confused? The splintering of Canada's progressive vote. With just over 2 weeks to go before Canadians cast their ballots, there remains much uncertainty over how those who lean left intend to vote. This is being reported by Van Mala Subramaniam, October 4th, 2019. One of the unmistakable takeaways of the 2015 federal election was that left-leaning Canadian voters were relatively united in their vote. The Liberal Party of Canada won 184 seats, a gain of 148 seats, and the NDP clinched 44 seats, losing much of its political dominance in Quebec. The Green Party, not unlike previous elections, won just one seat, that of party leader Elizabeth May. With just over 2 weeks to go before Canadians cast their ballot again, there remains much confusion over how exactly those who lean left intend to vote this time around. Most polls are projecting just over a third of voters to vote Liberal, 15% to vote for the NDP, and 10% for the Greens. Although climate, healthcare, and affordability rank as major concerns for voters on both ends of the political spectrum, there's been no clear-cut ballot box issue on the left, one that could potentially unite progressive voters. David Coletto, CEO of the polling firm Abacus Data, believes that the Liberals' 2015 sweep was essentially a vote for change. Trudeau projected hope and change. There's nothing quite binding the non-conservative vote this time, he says. Strategists are calling this the splintering of the progressive vote, attributed in part to growing awareness and interest in climate issues and the subsequent association of the Green Party with that cause, and to some extent a broader dissatisfaction with Justin Trudeau's projection as a champion of liberal causes versus his execution of them. This election is a cloud of gas. It really lacks definition. Most of the emotion in this campaign is on the right and is because of their disenchantment with Trudeau. The left is still a bit confused, said Daryl Bricker, chief executive of polling firm Ipsos Public Affairs. If you're a progressive voter, you have three options: the Liberals, the NDP, and the Green Party. If you're a progressive voter and you're disappointed with the Liberals, you will consider the Greens or the NDP. If you find the NDP wanting, that makes the Greens look interesting. So it essentially all starts with dissatisfaction of the incumbent. Anyways, folks, I'll place a link to this article in the description of the video below. Like I say, don't worry about listen, stand firm in your principles and your convictions. If you're on the right, or even if you're like, forget about this whole left-right thing. If you're a principled Canadian, I don't care if you identify as liberal, although in the classical sense, not this progressive, because the progressive, that's just a keyword or another way of describing a collectivist. If you're a genuine liberal, a classical liberal, then you too care about individual liberty and personal responsibility. So you should be the one joining with us on the PBC side of things and supporting Maxime Bernier. And if you're a genuine conservative and care about actual economic fundamentals and not enslaving future or successive generations, then you too should be voting for that one party who stands apart from the rest. Maxime has said he'll balance the budget in 2 years, whereas all the other party leaders saying, yeah, we'll do it in 5, which means not this term, next term. And if you're foolish or naive enough to believe that they're going to do it the next time, not this time, well, I got some oceanfront property down in Arizona I'd like to sell you as well, right? Or another thing is that 35%. Let's not forget about the 800-pound gorilla in the room, which represents 35 or 30 to 35% of the adult voting age population in this country who don't typically vote at all in federal elections. Think about the millions of those people. Hey, PPC, once again, you don't have to play this left-right thing. You can vote based on your principles. And you're not splitting any vote because, hey, these are the kind of people that don't typically vote anyways. So once again, the whole vote split narrative, it's bull crap. In particular, and especially for those who now are going to step up the plate and vote for the PPC. Listen, don't fall for the rhetoric, because at the end of the day, even though this article is suggesting that it's the Liberals, the NDP, and the Green that ultimately represent the left or the collectivists in this country, make no mistake about it. Like I say, hey, Scheer himself has said he's moved further and further towards that. He's trying to fill up the space on the center left that the Liberals have vacated because they've moved even further left. So in reality, when you're talking about the 4 parties in terms of the Conservatives, the Liberals, the NDP, and the Greens, yeah, they're all vying for that left side, that vote-rich area, because let's just admit it, folks. A lot of people like their, hey, give me something, right? That's what happens when you live in a country built and based upon a lot of socialism, a lot of forced wealth and income redistribution. Yeah, now you have a lot of the population, or a substantial portion of the population, that now functions and vies for that space, and will support any political party that's saying, hey, I'll give you some freebies. I'll rob from Peter to pay Paul. But if you're, once again, one of those people that is principled and truly does care about the viability of individual freedom and how that plays out in this country going forward, well, you got a choice, all right. And there's no split involved, because there's only one party that actually has a viable chance to put your concerns, to put your political preferences on the map going forward after 2019. And that's the PPC under the leadership of Maxime Bernier. It's Canadian Libertarian, and I love liberty.